What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the second broadcast of the Forever I Love Atlanta Sports podcast with your boy, the real one baby, and my partner in crime. Can introduce himself.
I can introduce myself to the internet's hopefully everybody had a great Super Bowl Sunday yesterday. So speaking of the Super Bowl, I would like to pretty much say that my predictions was I did predict the Patriots to win, but my scores was all way off. I'm pretty sure everybody's prediction of the score was way off. No one predicted a low scoring game like it was yesterday. 13-3. Like if anybody would have told me 13-3, like even hours before the Super Bowl, I would say you really playing. Like you smoking something. So what's your take, coach?
I had 30-27, and I had the Rams winning. So obviously, I was way off. I picked with my heart as the week went on. I started thinking about it. Everybody started telling me, "You really think Brady gonna lose two in a row?" And the more I started thinking about it, like, yeah, he's not gonna lose two in a row. So I was way off with the score, way off with the prediction, everything. So yeah, I got it
You
all
can't
wrong.
think in a game of football, man. You can't think with your heart, man. You play with heart, but you got to think with your mind, man. Everything is like really mental when it comes to the game of football. Like
We picked the
I knew
week early.
I knew they was gonna come out there and like I knew they was gonna like outperform the Rams.
I mean, it looked like it was just tough for the Rams to get it going without Gurley. You got to have a running game, man. You already know my philosophy: run the ball, stop the run. Golf looked lost without the running game. Some of the, like I heard the announcer say a few times last night that it didn't look like the Rams opened it up. It looked like they were just running comebacks. I saw a dig or two. I didn't see any combination routes. I didn't see anything like, they were trying to take a shot down the field and occupy safety and looked like they were just running,
But yeah,
curls.
but yeah, like Gurley was hurt. Everyone knew Gurley was not 100%. I don't even think he was 90%. Um, so the Patriots didn't even take him out of the equation. Like Gurley took himself out of the equation, pretty much playing himself and playing the whole team, thinking that he was okay, and he's not. Um, like C.J. Anderson has pretty much been, I ain't gonna say a force, but he was playing well throughout the entire playoffs. And yesterday, they didn't really give him enough. I feel like they didn't give enough snaps to C.J. Anderson. And on top of that, we knew golf. We know golf. All right, we know he's not really a good quarterback, and he's still young. He's been in the league 3 or 4 years. You gotta take that into consideration. Then they lost Cooper Cup early in the season, so they lost their, I don't care what anybody say, oh, Brady Cooks is better. Like, well, that's debatable. But he lost one of his receivers in the regular season. It just, and I can't really blame it on golf. Everybody saying, oh, golf is trash, golf is trash. Golf is golf. All right. We knew what he was gonna do. All right. But at the same time, I feel like the coaching let the Rams down. Like the Rams coach Sean McVay let the Rams down. All right. He did not do enough plays to like schematically get his guys in the rhythm, get golf in the rhythm to make good throws. Like I didn't see like what they should have done. What they should have did a few. They should have dinked and dunked on the Patriots on the Patriots secondary, and they didn't even do a good job at that. There's forcing throws, and we know how golf is. When like he get a little pressure, he panics and he just throw the ball up for grabs.
And that shows you just how important Gurley is because one thing Todd Gurley doesn't get as much credit for because we look at how big he is. But Todd Gurley can get to the edge.
Yes,
Anderson can't do that, So uh, it's I want to say it's easier to stop him, but you know where he's going. Ty Gurley
Yeah.
can go inside or outside, so that just shows you that without Gurley in there, you can slip an extra DB in there, and without the threat, I mean, you know,
Yeah, but like I said, CJ Anderson was playing well throughout the playoffs. All right. They should have done, like, your run game opens up your passing. All right. If they would have ran the ball more last night, that would have opened up something for Goff and the receivers to do. Like, they didn't run the ball enough, man. They didn't. Like, I'm just calling a spade a spade. Like, McVay, I think he just, young coach, still wet behind the ears. He got shell shocked against the mighty Bill Belichick and Tom Brady and the Patriots. It was a big scene. And I hate that he got embarrassed in his hometown. Trust me, in my heart, I wanted the Rams to win, but I knew, you know, I knew the Patriots were going to end up winning. But how the way the Rams lost, like, I'm still shocked. Like, y'all had the number one offense, one of the best offenses in the league, behind the Chiefs, and y'all didn't even score a touchdown.
yeah, that was the shocking part, I guess. Yeah, the low output, because if anything, we thought we'd see scoring. That's what
Yeah.
everybody thought they would see, scoring. So to just see, and a good take on Twitter and everywhere you saw all day was, did we see good defense by the Patriots, or was it bad offense by the Rams? you know, uh, I think it was a little bit of both, but a few times, and while we're talking about the Rams as well, it's not like the Patriots were lighting up the scoreboard either. So I saw
Yes, everybody kept
Brady
saying that.
skip
Oh,
the
the
beat.
game. Yeah, everybody said, "Oh, the game was bored. The game was bored." I liked the game last night. I love to see
Oh, I was
two
bored.
teams defense. I'm talking about defensive, low scoring games. I love seeing that.
I
I'm
love
I'm I'm
defense.
I'm a defensive guy through and through.
Me
So,
too. I
like,
love defense, but I only want to see a defensive battle when my team is playing. It's hard to enjoy a defensive battle when it's not my team playing. When it's just a random game going on, man, But yeah, if my team in a defensive battle, then you can root for it, but fun. But it's the Super Bowl, man. I had my Super Bowl snacks all ready together and eating, and man, I want to see something happen. So, I was a little bored, but I certainly can appreciate a defensive game. I love defense, but it was boring. I was just bored yesterday. The game was boring. Nothing was happening. I don't even know if it was just the defensive battle, the game. I guess there weren't really a ton of big plays being made on defense. I mean, a couple of guys got their hands in the quarterback's face, but I guess it was a couple of sacks. But it was just I was bored. I was really bored yesterday. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I said I liked the game. It wasn't the best game I saw, but I really thought it was a good game. Like I said, the Patriots won. They won a sixth ring. Like I said, we really didn't see any offense at all. Like, do you really think that this is pretty much towards the end of the Patriots dynasty? Do you think this is probably their last Super Bowl they probably win?
This the Patriots. No. No. I'm not. No. The Patriots. No. 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 I mean, it's interesting now that you bring up the six ring thing, because I saw on Twitter this morning. One of the first things I saw, the tweet said Brady's six championships are more impressive than Jordan's, and I was like, I thought that. So what's funny is I posted it in a chat I have with a bunch of my cousins. We talk about sports stuff, and one of my cousins, he had a very interesting take, and he said he does believe it's more impressive, because he said in the NBA the best team wins because you play 7 games. He said in the NFL, the best team doesn't win. You have to get it done on that Sunday. He said Brady got it done 6 times. We know he lost three. But
But
Brady
yeah,
got it done six
I
times.
get your
And he
point,
said
but
Jordan, I thought, that was my cousin Jay Carter. I was like, wow, I thought it was a very, very interesting point. And a few other people you saw when I put it on Twitter, a lot of people said, yeah, they do think it's more impressive. Obviously, some people didn't, but I don't know. I don't
I
know.
can't. It's like comparing apples to oranges. Like, I'm sorry, like, I'm not trying to be a hater or anything like that. And trust me, I like Tom Brady because for the allegiance he had with University of Michigan, but go blue. But anyway, but like my take on this is it's basketball. Okay, those players are playing both offense and defense. All right, the only time they get off the court is when they are subbing out, like when the coach subbed them out for a few minutes or whatnot. All
Okay.
right, you got to think about the time era, the era when Jordan was playing. Like, he won 6 rings within a decade, like less than a decade. Brady has won 6 rings like in the span of 18 years. All right, and you got to think about the numbers he put up in certain. He knew that it was field goal helped him saved us behind to a two field goal saved us behind. Um, To got hurt. To I'm pretty sure To was healthy in that with the Eagles in 2004. I'm pretty sure the Eagles would have probably beat the Patriots. That's my take. That's my take. All right. He lost to the Giants. Okay. Um, Pretty much what Pete Carroll calling a dumb play, which led to an interception in the last seconds of the game. Malcolm Butler's interception, that saved Brady to win a fourth ring. And Kyle Shanahan dumb behind. I don't even want to talk about his dumb behind. You know, the city of Atlanta, or I'm gonna say city of Atlanta, but Kyle Shanahan pretty much bailed the Patriots out for winning his
This
field goal race.
this postseason he had two touchdowns, 3 interceptions, I think. I
Yeah,
saw the stat in this
yeah.
postseason, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
But coach, check this out though. Outside of the outside of the Super Bowl he won last night, all the other Super Bowls that they won was like a 1 digit. They won by like single digits.
Yeah.
Last night they won by 10 points. This is like the first time. This is like the first Super Bowl out of all 6 of their Super Bowls that they won a Super Bowl with double digits.
Hell, they won two on cemetery kicks.
Exactly, 2 on military kicks, an interception, and we blowing the lead. So, like I said, I don't think yes, winning 6 Super Bowls as a player, yeah, that's impressive. Like Bill Romanowski, when he played for the 49ers back in the 80s, and when he played for the Broncos in the 90s, he won 6, 7 appearances or whatnot. All right, but like I can't put him. You cannot put Brady on the same pedestal as Jordan. Like they're two different sports from 2 different eras.
The whole question stumped me, really. The question stumped me. I was like, man, I just thought it was interesting reading the tapes, but more impressive. I don't like I
I
say
don't
I'm
think
kind
so.
of stumped. Yeah, I'm kind of stumped.
I don't think so. Basketball, like I said, basketball, like football is a totally different sport, right? Like it's one sport that you play one side of the ball. You play offense, and when the offense is not on the field, you on the sideline watching the game or going over plays over there. All right, basketball, you on the court. You playing offense, you playing defense. Okay, baseball, like you playing defense, and it was you hitting. All right, yeah, same thing with hockey and soccer. Like you playing offense and you playing defense.
What's our next question?
Okay. Well. I think we're going to be in the rotation to host multiple Super Bowls in the near future. They a lot of people, a lot of journalists who came to Atlanta, they enjoyed their time. They enjoyed their time. The weather held up okay. Yeah, it rained a few days, and they said, earlier last week they said it was supposed to snow, and never nothing came, which saved saved everything. But I think we're going to be in a rotation to host another Super Bowl in the next 4 or 5 years.
I think for the next who's I think the next several are already decided. But yeah, the consensus is what I'm getting is that Atlanta did a great job. I actually had to be downtown, like I told you last week, Friday night and Saturday night, and um, as a local, I didn't have any problems getting where I was trying to get. It was one of those things that if you wanted to be in the traffic, it wasn't hard to find, but if you knew your way around, so I got to where I was going, and you know, um, consensus is everybody didn't had a good time. Now the hood report that I got, the hood report was, man, there were fights everywhere, but it was mostly inebriated fans and one-on-one fights and stuff like that. Not not too many melees, but people. The hood report, oh man, they were fighting everywhere, but it wasn't the hood fighting. It was drunk fans.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they went to some, hole in the wall club or whatnot, and got into it,
No,
But
I'm
other
talking
than
about they're talking about Centennial Park. I'm
oh
talking about what they had in the park on Saturday night. I heard it was
man,
tons of fights out
that's
there.
fights happen downtown a lot, man. Like that's nothing new of Atlanta. Like you can walk like 5 points or whatnot, and you go see a fight at least every 3 or 4 hours. Like some crackhead or some junkie or some like thug or whatever just got upset over, and then they start fighting or whatnot. But other than that, like that's that's just the culture of Atlanta.
So as we turn the page to the next season, one of the things we have Falcons wish list. What are three things that you think or you would like to see, or even both, you think would happen or would like to happen in the off season? Realistic things, and we notice we're saying realistic for
Mhm.
people who think that you can trade a fourth round pick for MVP type player.
My one realistic pick would be this most important thing is to sign Grady Jarrett to a long term deal.
Without a
Now,
doubt.
I would like for them. Now, he's not getting Aaron Donald money. All right. It's funny because he has the same agent as Aaron Donald. Him and Aaron Donald has the same agent. But in the reality that we live in, he's not getting 20 mil a year. He's not getting nowhere near close to that.
He didn't get
Like
20 and a half sacks.
yes, like I feel that he should get something between if it's between what 12 to 15 or 16 mil a year,
That's
that's
what it's gonna be.
perfect. That's
That's what it's
perfect.
gonna be.
Like we can work with that. We can work with that. And like I said, we can't sign both Grady Jarrett and Vic Beasley. I already know they're gonna
But
end
we
up trade. They're
can.
gonna try their best. They're gonna try their best to trade Vic Beasley.
We can sign Big Beasley. It's just at what number. So what number are? I'm comfortable with keeping Big Beasley if we keep him at the right number. Um, with the first thing is we have to shore up the O line. And I'm pretty sure your boy Cedric Mills told me this several months ago on Twitter, and I was like, man, that's interesting. Very rarely do teams cut good offensive linemen.
Mhm.
So when you think about it, we getting at I guess we actually traded, but thinking that you're going to sign a top tier O lineman in free agency, you just look back at past free agencies. What top tier O lineman hit free agency? So that's probably not going to happen. That we're going to sign this even above average or more than adequate guard or tackle in the free agency. It's a long shot to be thinking that. So you know, we're gonna have to go. Obviously, hopefully, we'll get one in the draft. That can perform and do the job. But with another tackle as well, we need another. We could really use two guards and a tackle. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely willing to invest in the O line and then Vic Beasley, because I believe Vic Beasley can be successful if used correctly. He can't put his hand in the dirt and rush the passer every play. That's not going to work. But if we can stand him up, move him around, t- tandem him, bring him on some stunts, some inside, some twists, some things like that, he can be effective.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, the O line, they you know we know the dynamic of how we do things in off season. They end up finding somebody in for the offensive line in the free agency. Now, I would like for us to sign or not sign, draft a guard in the second round of the draft. There are a lot of guys out there. Like you got Dalton Risner, you got Bradbury. Those are the guys. Bradbury from North Carolina State, and you have Risner from Kansas State. Those are guys that can, that's going to be in the second round available to us at that 14th spot that we can pick up. Now, will they be ready like week one? No. But I promise you, by the second half of the season, they should be starting, against snaps. Because like we know Brandon Fusco is gonna be here another year or so, hopefully. But that left guard position is like wide open. Like I really don't care what people say about West Rice or he'll get better. My patience have ran thin with him. All right. My patience have ran thin with him. And my patience is pretty much starting to run thin with Ryan Strader. Yeah, he had a bad year, but at the same time, like you got to realize, like offensive linemen and they start falling down. They start hitting that
Exactly.
downward spiral. Like, and I
Exactly.
don't know if Ryan Strader has done that or not. Like, remember we had Sam Baker. We drafted Sam Baker the same year we drafted Matt Ryan. And after what 2012, we saw the decline of Sam Baker. Like
Yeah,
he
we
was
kept getting injured.
not. Yeah, he kept getting injured and stuff. But my second thing would be to trade Robert Alford for a pick. Like that's realistic. Like Robert Alford is not going to be on this team, but we're not going to let him walk. They're not going to really like five like Thomas Dimitrov. He's very smart on how to move players around and get something out of them. You know, I feel like Alford and Vic Beasley, one of them, they can get traded for a pick. Now, a lot of Falcons fans they go sit up here and say, "Well, we can trade Alford for a first, second round pick." No, we're not getting no first round, second round pick for Robert Alford. All right, if we can get a fourth or fifth round pick for Alford, I think that's a win-win situation. Because
Now,
the problem is we need more draft capital. Like if we can get like 12 picks this season, we already have what 8. If we can get like 2 more extra picks in this draft, that's a lot of draft capital, and we can build up depth on this defense that we need through the draft instead of signing players or bombs off the street like we did with Jordan Richards and Terrell McClain spending all that money and what they do, like especially McClain, that was a waste of money and a waste of time. Ricky, I'm
so
pretty sure
you
we could have signed we could have drafted a rookie, all right, and they could probably come in and do the same thing that Terrell McClain did. Only difference is he learn it and he'll get the experience.
so if you want to draft a if you want to draft a offensive lineman in the second round, I'm assuming you want to take a D lineman in the first round.
Yes, I've been saying this for a minute now. Christian Wilkins
Yeah,
should
yeah.
should be a Falcon.
I know you did. I know. I was just playing for the cameras. Okay, so all right, that was actually leading me up to this point. So if we're drafting Christian Wilkins, do we need to be re-signing Big Beasley?
That's a good question.
You
Um,
know,
like I said, it's about the cap, man. It's about moving players around
I
to
mean,
fit the cap. So
because
it all depends. You got to realize this draft is deep with a lot of defensive tackles and some pass rushers as well. Like you got guys like Carl Granderson that can fall, that's going to be in the fourth to fifth round. That when we select them, we got to realize we got two fourth round picks and two fifth round picks.
well,
All
this is
right.
going to answer a lot of our questions right here. If we re-sign Vic Beasley, that probably will let us know we're not drafting a D lineman in the first round. Would you think so?
We
And if
still
we
gonna
don't
need.
re-sign, you
We
think
still
so?
gonna
You
need.
think either way we're going D line in the first round?
Yes, we still even if they resign Vic Beasley. Okay,
So
it
yes,
all depends on what we do. It all depends on what we do with the free agency. If we can find another like D tackle to pair up right there with Grady Jarrett, then we may not go D tackle in the first round. We may go offensive lineman in the first round.
so
But at the same time, I think a player like Christian Wilkins, who's very versatile, who could play through, who could play right there side by side with Grady Jarrett, and also you can move him to strong side D end. That's been the problem for us for the past several years. We do not have a strong D end,
so
strong side
if
D end.
we re-sign Vic, go D tackle, and if we don't re-sign Vic, we obviously take the best D lineman there, one of the tackles or the ends. That's what you would do. I can't be. That's pretty much sound like what you're saying. What you would do, and I can't be against that notion. One thing I do know is, man, best player available. I didn't used to believe in that philosophy, but now I do. Best player available, except obviously we'll make an exception at quarterback if you have a quarterback already that you've invested in that you're not getting rid of, no matter how good he is. If you have a quarterback, but other than that, best player available. So I think we need to take the best player available. I don't want to get pigeonholed into taking an offensive lineman in the first or second round that is a fourth rounder because we need an offensive lineman. I don't want to do that. And earlier on earlier this week on Twitter, a guy asked me, he was like, you know, would you just keep drafting running backs, if you a better running back out? And I was like, well, one, a running back, you take Saquon, he's a generational talent. Saquon Barkley doesn't come out every year. So yes, if you're picking in the top five and a guy like that is available, yes, you take him because he's not only available every 10 years. So if there's a guy like that with talent, let's not draft a guy when we know there's other guys who are better. I don't
I
care
get,
what position he plays. Let's take the
I
best
get,
player.
I get what you're saying, but the problem was you got to look back at last year's draft first round pick, um, Calvin Ridley. All right, Calvin Ridley's a great player, but we know what we needed last year. We didn't resign Poe. We knew we needed a defensive tackle. Okay, what happened? We went with best player available. We went with best player available because
I like
we
it.
knew Steve Sarkisian behind was on. So it was a smart and safe pick for us for Sarkisian.
We
Okay.
want to improve the roster.
You want to improve your roster, but you gotta understand this, coach. Like the game is won in the trenches. The game is won in the trenches. We like you seen that this last you seen how this was last year with like we couldn't stop the run. Okay. We couldn't stop the
Yeah,
run. We couldn't get any like our pass rush was horrible because like you gotta think about it like this here too. Vic Beasley played a lot of snaps and a lot of people keep thinking that Vic Beasley is a defensive end. He's not a defensive end. He's a pass rush specialist. Look at his weight. Like he's too small to be a defensive end.
I agree.
This is why when he try to do that speed rush and he get caught by a tackle, he can't do nothing. Look how
You
small
get
he is.
punished. But
That's why I said
what
we need a guy like a strong side D end who weighs like between two no less than 275. I say 275 is too small, in my opinion. Christian Wilkins is like what 280, 300 pounds, something like that. All right, you get somebody like that to play strong side DN who can pretty much eat up blocks, and that way guys like linebackers like Campbell or doggone Debo can shoot the gap and make a tackle on these running backs.
I agree. I agree like that. But I do agree also that the game is run in the trenches. But I believe one way your trenches get messed up is drafting guys in the first or second round, linemen, who you know are fourth or fifth round guys.
But
That's
we
what I don't
know,
want to do.
we know this, and we know that we know Dan Quinn. He's a D line specialist. He know who he don't really know, but that's why we got Mike Malarkey here. Mike Malarkey knows how to draft and knows how to develop offensive linemen and tight ends. But I feel like if Christian Wilkins is available at 14, we're going Christian Wilkins. I'm saying this now, live, February 4th, 2019. If Christian Wilkins is available, we're getting Christian Wilkins. Unless we splash some high profile or some good defensive tackle in free agency, which I don't see happening because we don't have the money. I would rather get a rookie, draft him, and build him up, and we'll be straight.
There
But
it is.
but yeah, but offer. I feel like going back to my picks. I feel like offer should be traded for a fourth or fifth round pick. All right, that'll give us more draft capital to pretty much build this depth up on our defensive on our defense. Third, my third take will be like I don't know what we go. I don't like I said. I don't know what they're going to do with Ryan Schrader. Like we heard Dan Quinn over a month ago saying that only two offensive linemen that are safe on this team is Matthews and Mack. Those two players who made the Pro Bowl. So outside of that, like we don't know. Like I expect a lot of people who's on this team is not going to be on this team anymore,
Definitely.
and that or they're gonna be asked to take a pay cut. They're gonna be asked to restructure. Now I'm against I want players to get paid, but at the end of the day, this is a business, and the Falcons are in the business of winning. Winning. Like we don't have time to sit back and just be patient on players to develop. Like we don't have time for all that.
Yep.
He really wants to win now. Like he really wants to win now.
Well, like I say, I mean, our 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 marquee guys are in their later primes. So our marquee guys in a year or two won't be in their prime years, we should say. So yeah, our window is now.
Well, like I said, windows can open and windows can close. And like, if we build a solid defense, like we we really won't have to worry. We'll be straight.
Yeah.
Like look how the Ravens won, and look how the Patriots look at the Patriots. How they won their first Super Bowl. If you rewind back in 1996 when they went to the Super Bowl with Doug Flutie and Curtis Martin, they had one of the best offenses in the AFC, but they lost. And when Belichick got there in 2000, he built that defense up. He built that defense up to like a well-oiled machine, and they was winning championships. So, like I said, like windows can open and windows can close. But I really do see Quinn is trying to get a system and get us an identity, here in Atlanta, so we can be that team. But we're not gonna be that team if we don't have, we don't have the depth and we don't have the players, to win with.
I certainly agree. I certainly agree.
All right.
Well, this is once again you're here with Coach Mario, the real one, baby, on Twitter. The FILA Sports Podcast. Forever, I love Atlanta, and my partner, the Don of the Hill. Oh, I'm sorry. Formerly known as.
Just call me the Don, man.
Formerly known as.
Just call me
um,
the Don. But like, we need to get into these questions though. From people who wrote us in. Guys, write us in. Like hit us up. DM us or make comments in our YouTube on our YouTube channel. Please hit that like button, subscribe, share with other people. The first question came from who is this person? Spencer at what Fluffy 29 Bread. They said another one for you guys is if you see any key players being cut this offseason and whether their roles will be replaced internally through our current roster or externally through free agency and or the draft. Like I
well,
said,
we all don't think Robert Hoffman will be on the team next year, so no, that's one we expect. Possibly Sanu. Let's people when it first came out on Twitter, people say you want to cut Sanu, like that doesn't mean you want to cut him. Okay, so nobody. I'm not saying I want to cut Mohamed Sanu. I'm just saying that saving his money is a possibility, and I bet that the organization is looking into that with the emergence of Calvin Ridley. So that is a possibility. It doesn't mean I want Mohamed Sanu gone. I reiterate.
I think Sanu will come back, but I know one person who probably won't come back. It all depends. Like you gotta weigh your options out. Sanu or Coleman. Which one? All right, Sanu or Coleman. Sanu or Coleman. Like
Ooh.
I feel like Sanu has more value. This man he can block. Okay, he can come out in that 12 gauge formation and throw the ball.
Well,
You know,
one is
um,
under contract and one won't be. So that's a big difference as well.
but my take on it, I feel like they're gonna find a way for Sanu to be on this team. Jeff, you gotta think about this too. Hardy's not coming back.
Hmm.
All right, Hardy's not coming back. Hall might not return. So you looking at some of these receivers, at all these core receivers. Some of them gonna be gone. We just gonna be left with
Or
Julio Ridley.
receivers.
Yeah, you're
You
gonna be
put
left with
core
really with who?
receiver and Hardy in the same sentence.
Huh?
I guess he been here. You put core receiver and Hardy in the same sentence. I guess he's core because he been here what 3 4 years.
Well, they all the receivers on the depth chart.
Yeah, I know.
So
I'm just messing with
yeah,
you.
they
Yeah.
all the receivers on the depth chart. So I think those receivers are going to end up leaving. Like just with
Hmm.
I was a big fan of Hardy when he first came here. But I feel like he didn't get enough reps. Once Sanu came, and he just never. He couldn't get up to his full potential because he just didn't get enough reps.
But he
Um,
did get to his full potential.
yeah.
What's the
Well,
next question we have?
but yeah, but like, so that's another. But on defense, I think Poole gonna end up leaving. He
I
talking
think
about
Poole's gonna be back.
well,
I think Poole's gonna be back. That's one I think. I think Poole's gonna be back. DQ likes Poole.
he
He saw
do.
the story he told about Poole. I think we'll see Poole in Atlanta next year.
But is he worth the second round tender though? That's
Poole,
the thing.
not second round. He's third, fourth round, not second
No,
round.
they
Not
said
second.
second round tender. They said second
Yeah,
round tender.
he's not. He's not. No,
And
not
then
second. I don't know. I mean, but then again, I don't know because you're talking about a guy who, like him or not, you're talking about a guy who plays a lot of snaps. I mean, he we've seen very
he's
good
gonna get
places.
taken away. His snaps are gonna end up getting taken away from him because you got we know the number one is true. Then you got Oliver. Oliver's gonna be number two, and then Casey's gonna be three.
Hmm.
He's gonna be the nickel. He's gonna be a nickel. So Poole probably be a dime, and we barely play dime formation. Rarely. And would you pay that much for a person to just to be a dime back? Like I
Yeah,
wouldn't,
you're right. Yeah, you're absolutely right there. The economically, you're right. You're right there. I can't argue with that. Yeah.
And another thing, I've been getting, I've been getting blasted off this for saying this for the past few months. They may end up trading getting rid of Devondre Campbell. You know, the
Yeah.
emergence of four year Olacone, like that. If they trade him, if they trade Campbell to another team for a pick or whatnot, hey, he can easily come back. He can easily be gone. Like I said, like a lot of people, I just hope a lot of people don't get too invested in all these players because this roster could probably look a little different come this summer. So
It's gonna look extremely different. Yes, it is. It's gonna look extremely different.
yeah, I agree. And another question came from Cindy Jones at Cindy 02046394. Dang, is this her phone number or something on here? She said, what do we think about She said, "What do we think about the secondary, offensive line, and pass rush? What do we need to do to get better in those positions?" I think our
Get better
secondary,
players.
huh?
Get better players.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
I think our secondary is okay. It's just a weak link last year was doggone Robert Alford. Robert Alford got picked on a lot. All right. I feel that if we get better in our pass rush, which is the thing that she asked, if we get better in our pass rush, our secondary is going to look way better. Like you got to think about like defense is like cool like a core. All right, you miss one core, then the machine is not going to work. You got to have all the pieces. You got to have all three cores for order for your defense to work well. If not, your defense is going to be flawed. All right.
you have to be able to make quarterbacks uncomfortable. And as much as we kill Vic Beasley, you know, uh, Tack didn't exactly, just tear it up in the sack department. I mean, what in the first 4 weeks he had 4.5 or whatever he did. But so we kill him Vic, and we see Tack getting near the quarterback. We see Tack bull rushing, but Tack has to develop some other moves as well.
Yes. And I think Tech is going to have a big jump this year. Like that's just my opinion. Like I think you got to think about this too. Like I've been saying this as well. Like Tech, and I love Tech, and I'm pretty sure Tech gonna listen to this. I'm about to go share this with Tech. He's still a kid, okay? He's still a little kid. Well, not a little kid. He's still a kid. All right. And it takes time for these players, sometimes these players to mature and to like get their mind right and just have their mind just set on strict football. And I think when we first drafted him, like, he knows he's an athlete, all right? He's very talented. He knows how to get to the quarterback. But we really haven't seen the best of Tad McKinley. And I think we're gonna end up seeing it next year or the year after next. We really gonna see something special in him. Um, so offensive line, we already talked about offensive line. Like we just got it. We need to get better guards. We need to get better guards. So yo, Mike mute, man. Coach got to fix himself. Yo, Mike is mute. All right. All right. Well, since we waiting on Coach to get it, I guess he had some technical difficulties on his side. Um, I'm just ready for pretty much baseball season to come along, I will be at SunTrust Park a lot this year to cheer on the Braves. Hopefully, y'all come on out and support the Braves. I really think we're gonna do a better playoff run than we did last year. We're gonna win more than one game. Hopefully, we can get it to the NLCS, and do a better job. So, well, I guess Coach said that his internet is gone. So we're going to end our show here, guys. Please like, share, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll see you guys next week for another Forever I Love Atlanta sports podcast. Y'all have a safe night and be safe. I'll let you guys.